to party up. And at the point in time, if they do not get any their party up and all, then well, they're gonna have to think on the fly and gotta work with what they're given.
Yeah, so I am going to be interested to see how this changes what we saw in the first 20 minutes. What we saw, thinking it was, not being coordinated, could have been due to the lack of parties. So is that going to make a big impact? Are we going to see some differences? I think we might, because the kills were quite similar, and so it's going to be interesting to see if those big boys that now have some heals with them, if they can change the tide.
I think not only just that, most of the time when we're thinking about party, it always comes down to heals from the skulls. That is going to be a very big factor. Another big factor is actually something more, disguised to the naked eye, and that is relative information. Being able to discern where your team generally are around the map is going to be very important as well. Because we saw a lot of time where I believe that the name was UK. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But the #1 king, of course, of the team in Japan has always been going in all alone, right? And he or she has been getting a lot of heals. Why? Because he or she is scald, after all. Yeah. So if he's going in alone and surviving very well, that means that this player is essentially buying a lot of time for any other players, such as a berserker, an archer to come in to deal all those relative damage, which the skull is not very capable of.
And even as Korea's top player there at 402,000 power, just having other skulls being able to be in the party and to just support those heals is going to make them even stronger. And I think that's what we're going to see here. And I am excited to see what happens, and we'll see if it does change the tide of the game.
Yep. So of course, when it comes down to the Korean team, we do have got a lot of these players that worked their way very well actually in the previous match. So it's kind of interesting, right? Because when the Korean team, they played the game without any party, without any healing. They were, yes, it was technically one-sided because of the boss bases that had been reclaimed by Asia 1. However, this also means that there's a lot that can be changed the moment that they are able to enter into the game with party, and that makes things even more competitive between these two teams.
Yeah, and I do see right now, I do want to let everyone know we are at 6,600 viewers right now, and so I want to mention just anyone that jumped in while we were on that break. We are in the legend match of the championship. This is Asia 1, our world or global champions that we have today are facing off against Korea. So this is the first time any of us have seen Korea in action, and this is for, a nice little competitive match to see who will take the crown.
Still, no, the same thing as always, there are still uncertainties in the air. We have a small little teaser of how the Korea team plays without healing.
Right.
So going in with healing changes.
Yeah, so I think that's going to give them a much better advantage. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of an even matchup, and I'm excited now. Like I honestly thought they were a little bit weaker, and based on what we're seeing, I think we can definitely see a difference here in how they perform.
Indeed. So there could be a very high chance that we might be able to watch this battle play all the way out through the 1 hour mark. That could be possible. So for all of the viewers out there on Twitch, if you are still watching the stream because you're trying to hit that 5-hour accumulated watch time milestone, I hope that you have at least managed to clock 4 hours in. Because once you hit the 5 hours mark, man, that is where you'll be able to go back home with that rare mount Ground Sanosk.
Yeah, so grab all those rewards, grab all those coupon codes, and hopefully you guys are getting some good pulls from that. And I am sure that everyone is excited to get all these freebies this weekend.
So of course, without further ado, I do like to believe that the time for the players to work up onto their party ASAP is going to be on the way. As much as possible, they're going to have to get their party up within the first 1 to 2 minutes the moment the battlefield opens. So Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys are ready for this because we are now gonna be watching the YMIR Cup World Championship Legends match. And this match is only awarded to the Korean team that has been waiting for this moment. And of course, when it comes down to the Asia team, they have worked their way all the way up. They have played multiple amount of qualifiers. In fact, when I see some of the players, they actually have the jacket that shows the dates that they have played and the dates of each of the region's qualifiers. I thought that was actually a very interesting touch on the jackets.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Everyone worked hard through all their matches, and I did see quite a few similarities between all of them because it looks like most of these servers were undefeated in their respective districts, and so yeah, there was a lot of repetition on the jacket as well.
So, understandably, as long as they are able to get themselves right into the game with a good party, and of course, right now we were talking about the qualifiers. They took some time to climb their way up. So now they are finally at the finals. They have crowned the YMIR Cup World Championship finals already. They are the champions. So now this is a little bit of a showcase match that we are gonna be watching between these two servers.
Yeah, I hope that, given these parties now that, watching these Korean players, I mean, seeing some of those strong players get in there and really solo up to 100 people at a time, it's going to be crazy to see what they can do once they actually have the support in the party.
Now, understandably, for those, for everyone that is watching on Twitch, I do see that some of you guys may have a little bit of issues when it comes down to your Twitch drops. Do note that if you want to drop, you cannot mute the player. Because the moment you mute the player on Twitch itself, it is going to pause your completion. So if anything, if you really want to kind of put the video onto a background while you passively clock in the hours, you can always put the video to 1%. So at least you have a really good understanding of what's going on in the game. You can hear us, and you can also be able to get yourself some drops.
Yeah, on that, I do have a little bit of personal experience with getting those drops, and I will say also sometimes it helps if you have it as an active window, if you're doing something else in a different window. All those things might help you out, make sure you don't miss out on that time.
Now, for everyone that just came onto the stream, you are watching the YMIR Cup World Championship, and of course we are on the Legends matchup already, with Asia 1 winning their championship title for the grand event itself. Now we're moving on to the Legends match, which is going to be the showcase match. Those people that just tuned in, welcome and hello. Thank you so much to every single one of you guys for your very kind patience, because the time is 9, as we're going to be jumping into the match itself. Legend match bracket between Asia 1 and Korea.
Let's go. Looks like we have this party set up now. And looks like we already have some towers going. Looks like they're already going on the middle tower. Alright, so we have the Korea team moving in on, I believe, looks like Tower 3, I believe they are on. Looks like Asia 1 is maybe trying to protect it here. They went straight in our DPS on the Tower of Victory.
Tower of Victory?
Is possible, but I'm kind of curious if they might have took a little bit of an advantage of that initial party time.
Yeah, so I'm not very sure about that, but we'll leave it to the judge, or we'll leave it to the postmortem. But for now, what we are going to be looking out for is that Asia 1 have already gotten 5 normal bases conquered, or rather conquered. While for the side of Korea, only 3 of the normal bases that they managed to conquer.
Now it looks like Lazy Johnny just ran straight in and tried to take or slow down Tower 3, and it looks like they were jumping on him. And so, again, still a lot of Asia 1 sitting on the Tower of Victory. Definitely a different strategy than we've seen this weekend.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it looks like we got Hazel, DaddyKim, all the big boys out here trying to take out the Korean players on Tower 3.
The total victory is already down to 50%. Well, in the meantime, we are focusing on the other players such as Korea, right? Because Korea, they have split themselves up pretty far and wide. They are focusing on to tower of occupying 3, now which has just dipped below 80%.
And then we have the top player again in the middle. Looks to be a little bit, I'm assuming they have some, actually no, we look like we have quite a few in the middle. From Korea, looks like they're going to play the same game as Asia 1. They want to come to their Tower 3, they're going to come to the Tower of Victory.
Now this is fun. We're starting to see something a little bit different. We have no boss bases coming in and being conquered by any of this server as of yet. While in the meantime, Korea, they managed to put themselves all the way to 15,000 points, while Asia 1 is at 13,000 points. We are definitely starting to see something a little bit different here.
Looks like we got Hazel back in the middle. We got some the mythic from the Archer there. The Archer Tower is going straight in on the tower. Hazel looking to help clear these the Korean players off of the middle. Looks like we're going to have a fight with the big boys there off to the side.
It's not going to be easy to bring down the Tower of Victory all that fast, but the Tower of Victory is already well at 50%. That's halfway through already. But we have always mentioned about this, right? When you put so much resources onto the Tower of Victory, you essentially don't gain a lot of points while you're trying to whittle down this gargantuan of an obelisk.
Yeah, but so and then you open it for the enemy to come in and swoop the final hit. And it looks like Korea is finally catching on to the plan here from Asia 1, and they are pushing through the choke point, trying to put some pressure on them at the Tower of Victory. It's going to be curious, is anyone going to actually go for these Tower 1, 2, and 3?
Now, that is the question that we really want to find out, huh? But for now, it does seem like we are looking at a swarm from the side of Korea. As they're going to be coming from the northern side, a bunch of the archers is going to be focusing themselves right now on the Tower of Victory. While the rest of Korea is slowly inching in and, of course, dropping bodies from the side of Asia 1. As much as possible, they are putting in a lot of effort and getting a lot of kills for themselves, too.
Yeah, a lot of bodies on both sides right now. The big boys are fighting it out right in the middle. Hazel, Lazy Joni, we got Nightingale. All the big players right there in the middle. The strongest power, duking it out. Looks like they're focusing Lazy Joni. Will he go down as the strongest player right now in Asia 1?
Not only that, Hazel joins in the battlefield as well. Okay, he's currently discarded, but he's trying to look for a way to get himself right out of that. A little bit of healing, get himself way above 50% HP, and it's going to be okay for now. Yep,
Billy has his party now. Getting those heals in.
A little bit of DaddyKim as well as Hazel Cam.
DaddyKim went down.
It's going to be okay for now, but we are currently locking in with 15,000 points. We are going to be looking at a fight completely off of that Tower of Victory. This is a big fight, in fact. It's a song of the Yggdrasil. It's just going to be popping right out. We'll be able to get a decent amount of heal throughout the entire enemies from the side of Korea. But it doesn't seem like the members of South Korea is going to be surviving. Hazel is still standing right in the middle of the fight. He's constantly just going to be raining arrows on everyone, and he's not afraid of anything at all. He's putting himself right in the midst of everyone. While the Skull coming in from the side of AOK, he's just going to be bracing for impact and ensuring that he'll be able to do a decent amount. While Hazel crashes right in onto him and knocks him right down. A second Song of Yggdrasil joins right in with that amazing pop coming in from Maka.
Now they're slowing down the tower there. Tower Victory going down to 31%. It is going down a little bit slower. Hazel, Lazy Joni still holding things down here, trying to hold the Korean players back from coming in from this choke point. Lazy Joni going in and just laying them down one by one.
We've got a bunch of members from Team Korea that is just hovering right outside of the ridge. Does not want to scale up the stairs at this point in time. It seems like they are working on some prep work before just rushing right in and dashing into the Tower of Victory. However, it seems like the plan is going to be halted as we have members from the side of Thanos coming in from Asia 1 that have managed to climb themselves down the stairs and will be applying all the AoE that they require to bring them down.
Making light work of the Korean players right there, unfortunately.
It's going to be rough for Korea.
DaddyKim goes down.
I'm not sure whether they will be able to regroup or not, but we will definitely have a couple of the strongest players of the team to try to hold out and of course try to buy a bit more time. Okay, heals up a little bit. Does seem like he doesn't have anyone around him, but he's healing he's healing a lot.
Yeah, still nobody going for any boss base done, no tower 1, 2, or 3 being hit. I believe they're trying to end this game as quickly as possible. Tower victory down to 25% at this point.
Yep. Now that is the question. Why do we want to end this game so fast? It's 11 minutes has elapsed, and right now we're looking at Kings versus Kings, the battle of the Kings for who is going to be holding themselves right onto the throne. And it does seem like, okay, it's not going to be having a great time, as the YMIR just flew right over to him, but
got the heal off right there, and he got some healers following him, but Lazy Johnny's still going in, trying to get that kill on him. And so now we have Asia 1 still focusing on the Tower of Victory, going down 22%.
The distance has been made to ensure that OK is able to get himself farther away in order to stay alive and hold himself out for a little bit.
Oh, looks like he finally went down there. Lazy Johnny finished him off.
They're going to put himself right back into the midst of the action, right back over to the Tower of Victory, of which is currently at 25%.
Alright, so it looks like Korea's going to have to do a little regrouping. It looks like they are down there at the southwest of the map. Quite a few down there. And again, looking at the Tower 1, 2, and 3, just absolutely no one worried about taking the tower at this point. It's all about the Tower of Victory, 20%.
As they slowly whittle down the health, they're ensuring that all of these AoE damage spells are just going to be popping right out. Oh,
massive damage coming in.
Yeah, another Yggdrasil just pops and sprouts down from the ground. Massive amount of fights coming from everywhere. The main fight that we are watching is also going to be mostly on the Tower of Victory. However, there are fights going on at the southwestern part of the map as well, right outside of the Tower of Victory.
Lazy Johnny going right back in on the Korean King, and man, he knocked him down quick. Not sure if he was able to survive that. Doesn't look like he was. Lazy Johnny taking names and yeah.
Just all the nameplates just going to be coming right on, right? The name tags, every single one of the members that goes down, you take one for yourself to mark them for death. It's not going to be easy, especially for Asia 1. Despite the fact that they've been putting so much effort on the Tower of Victory, Korea have managed to climb up in terms of points by an exorbitant amount, currently at 24,000 points for themselves, as opposed to Asia 1 with 18,000 points for themselves.
The issue is if Asia 1 is the one that gets the last hit on this Tower of Victory, then it's going to shoot them straight above. So that's not really a great strategy right now. And unfortunately, it does look like the Korean players are still quite a bit spread out. I'm not sure if the party issue is going to be resolved really help in terms of the coordination. Looks like we still have a lot of stragglers around.
So at this point in time, it kind of feels as though that Asia 1 is kind of gambling for that 50-50 percentage, whereby it's either they get the tower or they don't. If they don't, Korea is going to skyrocket the points, as you mentioned, and that is going to put Asia 1 in such a difficult spot to try to climb themselves back to the fight.
Yeah, I do believe Asia 1 now is just, I think they're getting really aggressive. They're really trying to go ahead and see if they can show off, and they want to take down the Tower of Victory and see if they can deliver the crown without even needing the rest of the buffs from the other towers. They want to just prove that they are worthy.
The memory of YMIR has been constantly bursting into flames and ensuring that the members that is caught inside is going to be having a lot of problems. But regardless, it seems like the Tower of Victory is down to close to 10%.
Yeah, it's ticking down bit by bit. Still mostly Asia 1 in there on it. See quite a few Korean players trying to move in and get the Asia 1 players off, but it's not working out too good.
Currently, the Tower of Victory is still very yellow-dominated. A lot of members from the side of Asia 1 is still hovering around the Tower of Victory. However, I don't think that Korea is going to let them slide at all, because most of the members are just going to be swarming in from the northern side. Despite the massive flurry of arrows coming in from all of these archers from the side of Asia 1, we do have Korea that will be bracing for impact with the sheer amount of skulls and berserkers onto the field. They want to rush right in, however, they are unable to take up all of these damage. Take a look at all of the boss from the side of Korea.
Oh my God. DaddyKim right there in the mix, taking people down. Man, they cannot handle that power.
They can't indeed, as the Tower of Victory now rests at 5%. with a lot more members from the side of Asia 1 still hovering around, and somehow Asia 1 climbed up the score to 22,000, while Korea only at 25,000, slowly bridging the gap, and any team, any server that manages to take the total victory will skyrocket in terms of points.
They're down to 2% now, climbing down really quickly. Who's going to get that last hit? Everyone is flying in right now to the tower. 1.5% is falling fast, 1% coming up. And I see both red and yellow just swarming that tower victory right now. 0.7%, 6. Who's going to get that last hit? Ooh, huge heal coming in, but I see a lot of Asia 1 bodies down on the ground. A lot of green server bodies.
4, 3, here we go, 2, and the final explosion! The vacuum! Can it change? No! Now, as such, it goes to
Asia 1 on the points.
Oh!
So now they are way ahead in points. And who's going to pick up the crown and try to deliver it?
Asia 1.
DaddyKim picks up the crown.
Is that 68,000 points for Asia 1? Oh, that's a lot.
He's getting tossed around, ragdolled around. Help dropping a good little bit. Let's see. Can Korea stop them from delivering that crown? And can they take it for themselves?
Literally dropping left, right, and center. The good thing is DaddyKim is very resilient. It's not going to be an easy feat for anyone to bring DaddyKim down at this point in time. Do know that DaddyKim currently is the number 4 player of Asia 1, but he is an archer. Let me remind you guys of that.
And he's got people on him right now. He just doesn't care. He's going to keep on walking. Nice little slow stride. Walk his way to that choke point. And I believe they have to go through to Tower 3. So they're going to go ahead and come out that choke point at the southwest and work his way up to Tower 3.
They're not too far, but I think that the difficulty for Asia 1 is because Tower 3 is just nicely nestled between 2 of the towers that is dominated by Korea.
Yeah, we're starting to see the sea of red on the map there. I think they're ready to move in and make some kind of move on this crown, although they have a lot of Asian 1 players to go through.
Yep, so just because of the respawn points that Korea has managed to set up for themselves, this is going to make Asia 1 have a tad bit of problem trying to return the crown back home. As such, Korea's number 1 game plan as of now is to bring the crown back for themselves.
So they're still moving along. DaddyKim is progressing step by step. Looks like he's up on the ridge right now. Yeah. So gives you a little bit of advantage to be up on that ridge. A little bit harder. People can't really get you down below, and gives you a little more room to walk. And right now he's surrounded by his teammates.
At this point in time, I can't even see exactly where the crown is. But one thing for sure is that the outskirts is very open. They can of course teleport themselves away and go into a place where they can apply very good amount of knockbacks. It seems like the commander has called. We have quite a bit of teleportation that has went by in order to make sure that DaddyKim would not be able to run by that easily.
Looks like he's still edging his way past. He came down the hill and he's moving right toward the tower. And all he has to do is get inside to that base.
I don't see any members from Korea that is stopping them right in front of the tower occupying 3. That's the problem. I don't see anyone. All I see is a sea of yellow as they escort DaddyKim a little bit closer. But in the meantime, the yet another explosion will wipe out the battlefield from the western side.
The Koreans are trying to pour in from the side there, but they are being stopped by that wall of yellow, which is Asia 1, just slowing them down, allowing DaddyKim to continue to walk. Are the strong folks going to get in there and try to stop him? So far, he's only getting stopped a little bit. The crowd control is slowing him down slightly, but he's almost there.
Yep, but there is really not a lot of crowd control at all. As you can see, that DaddyKim is slowly inching his way right next to the tower now. Tower of Occupying 3 is just a little bit more forward, and he will be able to deliver the crown over to base number 3.
He's got to get through inside to the grabbing point for that tower. They tried to throw the mythic skills on him, it did not work. He is so strong, maintaining 100% health. No one can get in there and slow him down. Are they going to jump over the edge? No, it's too late. He's Background game over. Asia 1 has won with no towers of occupying taken at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, the showcase match of this Legends match here at YMIR Cup World Championship. Through all odds and even after a rematch, Asia 1 remained dominant and supreme. Here in Singapore and in Razer Southeast Asia headquarters, Asia 1 will come in as a happy double victor. Being the champions of YMIR Cup World Championship, they are also the champions of this Legends match. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as they raise the trophy one last time. Asia!
Another trophy for you guys. Why don't you join me again for our second interview of the day? Congratulations again. Oh, it's like you're interview experts now. You're so used to this.
Yes.
How are you doing? How was the battle against the Korean server today for you? Yeah, against your opponent today. Was it fun?
Yes.
Yeah? Did it go what you thought it would go? Did it play out the way you thought it would? What was the most fun? Yeah, most fun.
Okay. Most fun.
Yeah.
Most fun in the game. I think gachapon.
Sorry?
Do you know gachapon? Gacha. Wow. Open Wakalikas or Desikas. I think it's really fun.
Well, can I also ask you, how are you guys so good, so unstoppable? What's the secret of being so good?
What is it? CKS today.
Yes.
I think Thai people is so crazy and Thai hard for play this game.
Oh, it was all teamwork today. Yes, all right. Well, you have 2 trophies for our first ever YMIR Cup World Champions. And can you tell us how it was like? Can you tell us the experience for over the past 2 days?
Yes, of course. Today I think I have too much experience in Singapore because in World Champion stage I think we do it well.
Oh, you think you're stronger on site?
Yes.
Yeah, I love the confidence. Well, congratulations to your second trophy of the day for our first ever YMIR Cup World Champions as well. And I think we have should we give them, well, I think it's time to invite our special guest to join us on the stage. Please welcome we made Head of Game Business Division, Michael Kim, onto the stage to present his gifts to our winners today. Congratulations. Here's the check for you. Could we get a picture? Big smiles to the camera in the middle. 1, 2, 3, say YMIR. All right, super, thank you. And if we could ask Mr. Michael to say a few words for us.
Hi guys, did you guys enjoy the event?
Yes.
Yeah, so today's stage was only made possible by the passion of YMIR players from around the world. We witnessed the intense regional battles and strategic alliance warfare that created a truly historic moment here. YMIR will continue to stand with you guys on the global stage. And to everyone joining us today, I'd like to reveal a special surprise coupon code. Drop it now. Drop it now. Is it on the screen?
Shall we see?
Is it on the screen?
Okay, yes it is.
Great. One thing, the players from Korea, don't forget to add KR at the end of the coupon code. 한국 클라이언트 접속하시는 분들은 쿠폰 코드 끝에 KR 붙이시는 걸 잊지 말아 주십시오. And this coupon is available only for a limited time, so please hurry up and make sure to redeem it as early as possible. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. And konkukwap, and obrigado, and 谢谢, and terima kasih. 감사합니다.
And thank you, Michael, for joining us. We'll let you go. He came wearing secret coupons, and as he said, it is limited for a specific time only, so make sure to claim it. And congratulations to our legend match winner as well. Well, make sure to get the coupon code and also complete your Twitch drops watch time before the event ends. And well, I think it is time for you to be joined by Eugene. If we could have you on the stage as well, welcome back. Haven't seen you the whole day.
I think I lost my voice. Well, it has been a very amazing time today, and of course the amount of games that we have played, damn, it is phenomenal.
I mean, like, the day it went the way we expected, and then it didn't go the other way. That it was just a lot of unexpected fun, but that's what makes offline events fun, right?
Indeed. But it's really unfortunate that we have finally come to the end of the show here for the YMIR Cup World Championship. And honestly, all of this is not possible if not for WeMade as well as Razer.
Yeah, thank you for everyone who made this event possible, and shout out to the viewers watching at home, sending all of your support. Well, I think this is our time to say bye to the viewers as well. I'm Bella, and this is Eugene. Thank you for joining us, and see you at the next YMIR Cup. Say bye!